Welcome, everybody. How are everybody doing, you guys? I can't believe it's the last week of August. Like, I seriously can't believe it. I need to wake up here. I've been working on these slides for you guys for way too long, like way longer than I wanted to be working on them. So I'm like cross-eyed. So I'm coming to you cross-eyed and tired. So that's what you're getting. But I'm still teaching you about the products today. So, all right. So if you we are recording, but if you have any team members that ask you always, what do I start with? What do I need to start with? What are the basics? What are you? That's what we're going over today. And we're talking about how we can stack our products in a way that is compliant, terms we can use that is compliant, so we avoid uncompliant things like dosage, etc. And we can easily streamline our business for maximum sales. Because as much as you guys, well, all of us, that we work in community and service and value helping people, right? We all do. Well, I think most of us do. Um, every investment you make time wise is an investment time wise you take. It's a deposit or a withdrawal. Sorry, I should say withdrawal you take from other important areas of your life, including your family. And those are usually your reasons why, right? We talked a lot last week about our vision and why and creating that feeling. But everything we do is a withdrawal from them. And so it must then in turn become a deposit back to them. Therefore, your business needs to generate income and profit. If you are giving away the cow and you can't feed your family, we don't have a business, we have a hobby, okay? And so we want to be building our business so that we can maximize and support our clients, our customers, our prospects, etc., so that they have the best success and the best experience. Because if they have great success and a great experience, they're going to continue to buy. I continue to see people like, oh, I tried that, I did that, but I didn't continue because they didn't have benefits because they started with like 1 to 2 things and they're taking a maintenance dose when a maintenance amount when you really should have been taking like a loading amount based on their need. This is where you do not have to become an expert on ingredients. You do not have to know what any color, any product does outside of the color. Know the color, you guys. No, the black one is for your gut. Okay. Like, no, nitros for circulation. Like, know those. They're super basic, but you don't have to know what each ingredient does. You don't. There is no, people do not care when they go buy their Coke and drink their Coke, what's in it. I guarantee it. So don't think that you have to be an expert of every single thing. That's why I created this training. I created this training so you can have your core, you can have your basic, you can give people what I call a happy hug, a support system first, and then we can detox, then we can support unhealthy inflammation pathways, then we can support the nervous system, then we can support the joints, etc. Because if you give the body the support, you're not trying to put the walls on before you created a foundation. And that actually can make people feel a lot better. Like Dr. Rizzo, actually the other day, we had somebody the other day and within 1 day, and I knew it. I knew when I gave her the V daily, I knew the next she was going to feel better immediately. I knew it because one, I could see her scan, but two, all the things she's sharing, she's super nutrient deprived. And guess what? The next day, her brain fog was better. She felt so good. She was like, it's super simple. Now, she needed other support for thyroid and other things too, but if she didn't have the nutrients first, nothing else matters. And so that's what I want you guys to get really clear on when you're building your own bundles, when you're building your own carts for people, and use today's training as creating that support system and then adding on. So you're going to see that. That's what we're going to talk about. Now, you may not want to start with 100 things, especially women's hormones. You guys, women are the most complex beings on this earth, and our hormones are too, and therefore it requires a lot. It's just how we are. But you don't have to have it all. You can stack on too. And so it gives people a framework too. All right, where do you want to start? Okay, let's start with these things and we'll build onto it. So it gives people a plan. When you have a plan, you have a pathway. When you have a pathway, you can then execute it. When you execute it, you can get to your goal. That is the point. Okay, that is the point. And then you continue to have return customers. You continue to have happy customers. People have really good testimonies. People have really good connections and trust with you. And we can use things like the quantum resonance scanner and the facial scanner and all the other scanners now in your app that are super easy to access and use. We can use those for data. We can use those as markers. We can use those as growth points. But the key is, if all the data says one thing and the person doesn't feel good, doesn't matter, right? All right, so I'm going to screen share here. And then after, if we have questions, I will stop recording and open it up for questions. But let's do this part. So I hope you have pen and paper and you're ready to take notes, because it will help you drastically if you write some of these things down, okay? Because the more time you hear it and the more times you see it, the easier it becomes. And it becomes easy to go right off the top of your head. Okay, so today we are talking about product stacking and how to optimize the benefits of our products to support our body and our systems to reach our goals. And no, nothing wants to keep going. Come on, let me go. There we go. There we go. So for those of you who don't know me or are new to our world or our team, I'm really happy you're here. Welcome. My name is Truax. This is my family. I am a triple diamond here at Vital Health. I've been here for about 1 year and 9 months. I am currently getting my PhD in natural medicine. I'm a board certified health and wellness coach. I've worked in health and wellness for almost 20 years, actually. And I am an international best-selling author. And my story that I became a best-selling author with is actually going from 6 figures of debt to 7 figures of income from my son's medical bill. So my oldest son here, Sage, he's now 15. He's actually going to be a sophomore in high school. He's in all honors classes. He's super thriving. But when he was 4 years old, he was not. He was diagnosed with just about every single thing you could possibly diagnose a child with basically no avail until he was 10 and was then officially diagnosed on the autism spectrum. Now, 99.9% of people would not even know that he functions on the spectrum, as 99.9% of people do not know that I also do. So when you go through an experience with your own child, you actually start to learn a lot about your own self because they mirror it back to you. And through the process, we actually found our whole entire family is neurodivergent, with me having ADHD, Sage having autism, Presley having ADHD, my husband having ADHD, and Sutter having ADHD. And so our sensitivities, our superpowers, they all show up in different ways. But because of this, I have become super passionate about all things ingredient-wise, health-wise, environmentally, frequency, sound, all of the pieces. And Vital Health was a very key, important piece in having simple products that address simple solutions with the simple systems of the body. We cannot isolate a system because they all speak to each other. But just like our cardiovascular system needs a certain type of support that is different than our nervous system, they also still function and work together, but they are different. And so when I found our herbs and adaptogens that work in the same simple way, it was a no-brainer for me of what we're able to do here at Vital Health. And I'm absolutely incredibly passionate about that and what we have here. Now, the hardest part is that because we are working with herbs and adaptogens, it is similar to food. And the easiest way that most people relate to this, because if you've ever in your lifetime tried to build muscle, okay, and you wanted to go to the gym, what would you do? You would load macros, or you would load protein, or you might cut calories to slim down, or you may cut carbs to get a certain result. In a very similar way, where we can load different herbs and adaptogens to have the benefits of the body, is how herbs and adaptogens work. Because adaptogens tune up and tune down what we need, we may need more at first to get the balance we desire, and then we can reduce back. I like to explain it. In fact, my 87-year-old grandpa was asking me about herbs last weekend. And I said, Grandpa, it's the same as why you would season one type of food a certain way, and you might add more of a certain seasoning to a food to draw out a certain flavor than a different food. That's actually how our body works in a very similar, I don't want to say simplified way. Okay. So when we're doing this, in allopathic medicine and traditional medicine, it goes with, oh, we're going to dose this. We don't want to use that term at all. Okay. We want to say completely compliant within the health and wellness space. We are not, even with all my licensure and different certifications I still bridge under as a board certified health and wellness coach, and I am creating a space to empower others with tools where they can pick up the tools based on their choice and apply them. I am here to bridge the education gap so they feel empowered in their choice. That is truly what you're doing as well. The better we simplify the education model and it's not too complex, and we provide value and support for the person's need, the easier it is for us to grow ourselves. If you're talking way too much and providing way too much education, most likely you're not seeing a whole lot of sales because people get confused, and a confused mind does not buy, and a confused mind does not find value. In fact, they find less value because most people already live in a world where they're overwhelmed. We're on sensory overwhelm. Anyway. Okay. So I want you to keep that in mind. We want to be specific. We want to be direct. We want to know our person's needs, what their most important thing is. Even if they come in and they're getting scanned with the quantum scanner, you guys, they still have a reason they're even getting scanned. What are they looking for? What area of wellness would they like to see improvement? If you were a wheel rolling down the street, is any part of your wheel kind of going flat? A lot of people function at a place where their tire might be quite flat and they didn't know the car was even pulling over because they're so used to correcting the steering all the time. I'll tell you for a fact, I went through a similar experience very recently where I didn't know the amount of pain my joints was functioning in because I had such a high tolerance until it was gone. And when it was gone, I was like, whoa, I had no idea that's where I was functioning at. That's how a lot of people are. So we want to be looking at how we can support our newest person to have success. If they start with every single product, you guys, and they just take the maintenance amount, they most likely are not going to actually feel that different. And they might feel very overwhelmed and like they're taking a bajillion things, don't feel that good, and most likely will stop. This is super important. You're better off focusing on a core 3 to 5 products for what they're desiring and loading them so they get the benefit they're looking for. And then they can add in another and another as they go. Okay. It's really important. So everybody is unique, every single one, just like we wear unique different clothing. So it's not going to ever be the same for anyone. And we can't say that. So it's up to us to adjust and adapt and empower people to adjust and adapt. This biggest issue we all face is people are used to going to their medical doctor that they've known for 5 minutes, even though they've lived in their own body 50, 60 years. They walk into a medical doctor that they've known for 5 minutes and expect that person that's known them for 5 minutes to tell them how they're going to live the rest of their life. It doesn't work that way. And that truly is up to us to be able to communicate and help shift that mindset through how we educate, how we build vital health, how we share the products, etc. So we can load any product, okay? We will call it a loaded stack when we're using 3 to 5 capsules every few hours. Now, this is something I see happen if somebody is getting sick, okay? If you're getting sick, if you have issues happening, you feel out of it, you can take 5 vital boosts here every 3 couple hours if you want, until you start to see shifts in the symptoms. It's only for a short period of time. So we load the herbs for short-term maximum benefit. You can do the same thing with Idodol. You can do the same thing with Curcumax. I've seen people even do, this with Nitro, where you're taking it maybe every hour for a period of time, or using it topically, which you can also do. A therapeutic stack. A therapeutic stack is taking 1 to 3 capsules 2 to 3 times a day. So for me, when I write that out for my clients, I write it 2, 2, 2. That would be 2, 3 times a day, or 2/2, 2 twice a day, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 times a day, etc. Now, this is for longer term therapeutic support for specific systems. For example, at this stage of my life where I am in perimenopause, I do either 2 or 3, just depends on how my body is feeling that day, Iterin 3 times a day, because it really helps with the circulation. The moringa is incredible superfood, and it really helps with the lymphatic drainage, and it makes a huge difference for me. So I've been doing it for quite a while now, and I see the benefits when I do it, and I see a change when I don't. So I know it's truly helping me. Now, people say, well, do I have to do this forever? Well, no, but you have to eat food forever. Do you eat the same food forever? No. We can change and adapt for seasons, but our body continues to need support. And with all the excess things we're exposed to when it comes to EMFs, blue light, chemicals in our food, pesticides, glyphosates, so many different things, parasites, so much, plus stress to break down the nervous system. Our body is functioning on very, very, very little of what it is designed to do. So yeah, we have to support it. And if you don't want to support it, then you have to understand that most likely it is breaking down, and the sooner we support it before it completely breaks down, the better our results will be. The last would be a maintenance stack. So if you're loading something, like for me, I don't take Vital Boost all the time. I just don't. When I'm traveling, I take it several times a day. Next week, when my kids go back to school, I will be taking it again, because more different germs are coming through our house, and I don't have time or desire to be sick. You can adjust based on your need and timing. I don't use 44 every single day. When I'm traveling, I use it often, and I use it usually multiple times a day, and I'm usually passing it around to anyone I'm traveling with, like it's going out of style, because people's bellies are upset, different food, flying, all the different things. So it is important to know, when we know what things are for, it's easy to utilize and access them, okay? So a maintenance stack would be reducing to 1 twice a day, just like what's written on the package, okay? It's really important. This is a maintenance amount, or use it as needed. And this maintains optimal wellness for the body. But to maintain optimal wellness, you must be in optimal wellness. Okay, you can't maintain something you don't have. So please keep that in mind. This is very important. Of all the things we talk about, that is actually the most important for everyone to understand. Now, there's 2 base support systems that every person that comes into our office walks out with. Okay, now when I pair these up, that creates a foundational support, but it also for the clients, but also, all right, it adds to the sales of what we're building, because it's a business. So I know the client is going to have a great experience, but also sales-wise, it increases the sales margins as well. And people really enjoy it, especially when it comes to V-Daily, collagen, even the coffees. We see so many the tea return orders on that, because people have such a good experience. So first is our Daily V3. Now, both this and the next pack, you guys, are packs on our retail site currently. You can create your own cart now in your back office if you want, and send someone a link for that and put the products in, or you can click on the retail pack that's already there. Now, the more people put in their cart, the bigger discount they're going to get retail, until when they hit 300, they will get free shipping. So it's smart to get your base and build upon. Okay. Our daily V3 has the 3 core nutritional pillars that are vitamins, minerals, structural proteins, and essential fatty acids. So the V daily is going to be the nutritional safety net, helping fill daily micronutrient gaps that affect energy, immunity, digestion, and metabolic efficiency. Okay, so who do you know that may have those gaps? That would be somebody we would want to start with that. And right now, our V Daily packets, our sachets, are back. And people have missed them so much because they're so great to travel with. And I like to use them as pixie sticks. I just go straight in my mouth without even water. But not right now. I have it in here right now mixed with my collagen. But I love the packs. When you add that and partner it with the Vital Edge collagen, which helps replenish the nutrients the body cannot effectively replace on its own, supporting structure, mobility, and visible aging from the inside out. Now, right now, if you have the app, you can open the app and you'll see the 90-day collagen challenge, where you can take a picture of your face every week while using the collagen to see the progress within your skin. It's an incredible way not just to collect your own data and create a story for yourself, but to participate and share with others as well. Then we have our V omega-3. You guys, omegas are beyond important and not talked about enough. They're not glorious and fun and you know, a quick fix at all, but it's important. You're going to see this on every single system we talk about today, because our body needs omega-3s. They help maintain healthy cell membranes, support cognitive function, and provide fats essential for nutrient transport and hormone balance. Now, our Activate Trio is our other core support system. And this is for those who cannot swallow capsules. So we describe the Activate Trio as the inside out essentials, because we're basically supporting the cellular cleanliness and cellular nourishment at once. We do this with the V Daily for the nutritional safety net, helping fill the micronutrient gaps that affect energy, immunity, digestion, and metabolic efficiency, and partner it with Glutation Plus, which is going to support cellular makeup, antioxidant defense, immune resilience, and healthy aging supporting processes required for every single day of our life. It's not just when we're ill, you guys. It's very important that we're using glutathione as a master antioxidant for our cells. It also is an incredible binder to remove heavy metals, EMFs, and other toxins from the body. Then we partner that with our V Nitro, which I cannot get enough of. This is such a key product, which supports efficient circulation and cellular nutrient delivery. V Nitro supports delivery systems, helping the body use what it already has more efficiently, which means if you take Nitro with your other supplements, it's going to help them absorb more. This could actually help so you don't have to stack so many products on top for benefits, you guys. So this is a huge, huge, huge asset. Now, these add-ons can be used for any of the stacks we're talking about, any of them. So you have your V3, you have your Activate Trio. Those 3 can be used in any of the stacks we're going to add on with, as well as these 3 add-ons. These 3 add-ons are options for everybody for optimal wellness. Performance Plus is going to support your daily energy and stamina, help maintain muscle and hydration balance, support mental clarity and neuromuscular function, and it's useful for active lifestyles, workouts, and exercise routines. Now, right now in the Vital Core, which is available for both men and women, Performance Plus is partnered with Nourish and the hormone products. and a fitness bundle that helps you track your fitness routine. So that is another way you can bundle something and have another result. I don't have it in our stack today, but it is great for fitness. Then we have Nourish, which is our meal replacement that is plant protein, fiber, vitamins, minerals, probiotics, and superfoods. It helps with fullness, appetite control, and reduce cravings. And it also has 50 billion CFU probiotic blend plus digestive enzymes in the shake. Let's just talk about, by the way, it tastes like Cocoa Puffs and it's super good. And if you blend it really thick at night, which is what I do, instead of ice cream, and eat it with a spoon, not only does it take any sugar cravings away, but it helps maintain steady energy and metabolism as well. So instead of eating ice cream and messing your digestive system and spiking your sugar before bed, it actually helps regulate it and has many benefits to it. Then we have our Latte Cafe, which is going to help support mood, focus, and hormones. Okay. It has 10 adaptogenic mushrooms that are all different for all different support systems of the body. It supports a healthy stress response, promotes energy, stability, nervous system balancing, hunger, and sugar craving support. So if you look at these three products, you can see that every single stack moving forward, one or all can also be utilized. So you have your core, then you can add your add-ons if you want. Okay. From here, we can stack for benefits. So if you're looking to detox, which is very important for a lot of people to open the detox pathways, keep proper methylation pathways going, release heavy metals, getting the body stabilized so that they don't have sugar cravings, hormone rebalancing, all of those things, sometimes detoxing is the best way. An important detox stack would be utilizing the T detox, which is going to gently cleanse the digestive system and lymph flow, partnered with the 40 Flora, which is going to absorb toxins and heavy metals as a binder, S Balance supporting metabolic detox pathways, add with Organex to support liver detox pathways, parasites, and digestion. Glutation Plus is going to help with cellular detox, say that 10 times fast, by the way, and free radical protection, with V-Itoren supporting urinary tract and reducing fluid retention, and V-Nitro to move toxins out faster with less detox symptoms. Now, when you partner this with V-Daily, and so you already put glutation on here, nitro's already on here, you add V-Daily, you now have the Activate Trio adding into the detox stack, boom, you have your products for that, okay? You can do the same thing with the Daily 3, or any of the other products. So you're going to see now with each one of these, many of the products also support other systems. So if you want to detox, but you are maybe having issues struggling with your immune system, well, this is what you would do. V Daily is going to help the immune vitamins and minerals. V Omegas, immune regulation. Glutation Plus, cellular antioxidant release. 40 Flora is going to help with the gut immune support. V Nitro is going to help with circulation and delivery. Vital Boost with immune activation, and V Organex for detox load reduction. Now you also can, if you want, because I did not add this here, but you can add in the Kids Defense, which is extra immune support, and it tastes like lime and it's really, really yummy. This is also an option, though I didn't add it in, that even as adults we can do. Add it into your shake, mix it with your performance, mix it with your V Daily, and you have extra added benefits. Now for women's hormones. Now, what did I say? Women are the most complex beings on so many levels, and so are our hormones. And we really do have options that can support us depending on our needs, because even with your hormones, what is right for one may be different for somebody else, depending on their environment, their needs, the stage they're in their life, etc. So it's important to have a conversation with someone based on that and support them there. So with women's hormones, V daily, excuse me, hormones cannot function without micronutrients. I'm going to say this one more time because I keep talking about having that support system there. Hormones cannot function without micronutrients. Super important. The omegas, hormones talk through fat-based signaling. Without the omegas, they can't even speak to each other. B harmony. B harmony has DIM, saffron, and say this word 10 times fast as well. Inositols, 10 times fast, try, for advanced hormone support for women. S balance stabilizes blood sugar and hormone signaling. Love Cafe protects hormone reserves and balances stress. V control stabilizes glucose, balancing insulin and adrenals. When the body is stuck in a constant adrenaline cortisol cycle, it becomes impossible not just to lose weight, but to have proper hormone signaling and estrogen flushing in the body, and it will often affect thyroid as well. This is very, very, very important. One of the number one products I use for hormone support in my own practice is V Control. It is so incredible to stabilize the herbs in that product, stabilize the nervous system regulation to stop that adrenaline cortisol cycle. Okay, it's really good for calming the body. The T detox, healthy digestion creates better estrogen metabolism. If estrogen is not flushing, it is backing up in the body and you will have a lot of other issues. The Organix helps flush estrogen so it doesn't back up. The Asculax for circulation and lymphatic flow. And the Iterin supports the endocrine and nervous system. It is very important that everybody understands the rate of female cancers is incredibly high and increasing. A big part of that has to do with making sure that our body and estrogen flushes properly and our body is not in constant fight or flight. Doesn't matter what you put in your body and what you do. If you are under constant stress and fight or flight, your nervous system will shut down. So it is important. This is a piece. But as women, we have to look at all areas as well. Men, just the same. But men's bodies can actually function with a lot higher stress levels than women. Long term, they're actually designed that way. For men's hormones, we have V daily. Hormones can't function without micronutrients. The omegas helps with most recovery and long-term hormone health. V nitro, performance, nitric oxide, increased circulation. If you take nitro before you work out, you're going to increase your workout. If you take it after you work out, you're going to increase your recovery. V prime supports healthy testosterone levels and prostate health. Love Cafe increases drive, energy, strength, and libido. It can be taken by both men and women. Vital Pro, resistance training improves testosterone recovery. The Vital Pro is an excellent source of protein for that. Glutation Plus reduces oxidative stress, supporting testosterone signals. The Organix, healthy liver detox pathways. The Asculax, circulation and blood flow. All are very important for men's health. Now we have joint and muscle discomfort. You guys, we cannot say inflammation. Inflammation is a diagnosis. Pain is a diagnosis. We're not here to diagnose, treat, or cure, so we cannot use those terms. We want to talk about joint discomfort, muscle discomfort. We can talk about healthy inflammatory pathways and supporting those, but we cannot talk about anything like I mentioned before. So it's very important when we are sharing those things that we stay compliant and we stick with discomfort. If you talk about feelings, it will actually get away from diagnoses as well. So I have, I have feelings where I just can't focus. I have feelings where my heart is racing. All of those things are safe to say, okay? I can't get up off the ground. My legs are giving out on me. All completely compliant, right? And people can relate to those things. So those are the ways we can share our stories and we can communicate with people compliantly. So for joint and muscle discomfort, let's talk. We would want to have V daily because total body, it's a total body non-negotiable support. V omegas for joint lubrication and nerve tissue support. Glutation plus supports cellular and tissue repair. V curcumax supports joints. That's interesting. I think I just forgot to put collagen on here, but I would have put collagen on here. Oh, I know why. Because I put it in the daily 3 in the beginning. I would also add collagen onto this slide. I'll add it later, just so you know. V curcumax supports joint, muscle, and tissue comfort. V nitro improves blood flow, releases tension. Idolay calms the nervous system, reducing pain perception. And Idodol works best for over time for joint mobility. Now, this is really important because Idodol and Curcumax can be loaded together for high benefits, especially with connective tissue type issues where you just have so much discomfort in the body. But if people have a high histamine response, Curcumax has turmeric in it. And those of the high histamine response can be triggered by turmeric. If you didn't know that, you know it now. Therefore, Idodol is where you will focus because Idodol does not have turmeric in it, and it has sarsaparilla root, which is also a blood detoxifier that has a lot of healthy benefits too. Okay, so if you're going between the two, they are different and they can be used together for max benefits. Now, for nervous system regulation, we have V daily, which is going to work with mood stability and mental clarity. V omegas for emotional balance, focus, and brain health. Glutation plus clears brain fog with neurotransmitter synthesis. Okay, really important. V energy, mental clarity, and calm and focus. V nitro helps with blood flow and oxygen delivery to the brain. Neurocafe for mental clarity, focus, and gut-brain balance. V Idolay for the nervous, to calm the nervous system, stress recovery, and sleep. Now, if someone is neurodivergent, Idolay may not make them tired. If Idolay does not make them tired, they can use it during the day for anxious feelings, for regulating the nervous system, for staying calm during the day. And many do and have great benefit with that. Now, if you are like me, though, it does make me tired. And I take 2 to 3 at bedtime, and it works regulating the nervous system while you sleep. Okay? People ask me all the time about the green tea and Idolay. It is not caffeinated. You're getting the polyphenols, which help support the body, the brain, and the nervous system with no caffeine. The Smart Biotics is the last one I have listed for the nervous system, for nervous system regulation, which is going to work with the gut-brain connection. And again, we can mix it in with the V Daily. You can mix it in with your shake. You can mix it in with the collagen, and it tastes incredible. Weight loss. Now, there's a lot that we can add, which you can use Performance Plus and Nourish, and you can add work with the body to support the systems as well. But these specific, now, if you do not have open, healthy detox pathways, most likely you're not going to lose weight. But say you do, and say your hormones are stable and you're doing really good, and say you still want to target healthy weight loss, this is going to help support you. And that will be with V Control, which is going to help you eat less naturally. S Balance to help store less fat and metabolize sugar properly. V Energy helps burn more calories. V Omegas reduces fat blocking inflammation. Glutation Plus removes metabolic toxins. 40 Flora improves digestion and hormone signaling. OrganX optimizes the liver fat processing. ThermaCafe is a thermogenic and is used to store it's a thermogenic that uses stored fat for energy. and tea detox that gently cleanses the digestive system and lymph flow. So using these together can help stabilize and get to your next level if you desire, and that's what you're looking for. Now, is that it? Is that my last slide on his page? I think it is. Okay, I just got that. Okay, so I just want to remind everybody before I go off, the key, you guys, get really comfortable with this slide. Loading, therapeutic, and maintenance. Get really comfortable and asking people their goal, because you're better off with a couple products that support the body, give the body nutrients, and focus on the area they're looking for: better sleep, you know, better joint discomfort, whatever, than going and ordering everything and only taking a maintenance dose. Okay, super, 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 super important. All righty, so